Welcome to my YouTube automotive channel. In today's video I have a 2012 Ford Fusion and I will show you how to recharge the AC air conditioner by yourself. Now this video will apply to pretty much any Ford Fusion. Mine is the older model with a 4-cylinder engine. If you have like a V6, the only difference is the location of the charging port. Same thing if you own a newer Ford Fusion. So you will be charging the AC through the low pressure charging port. In my case it's right here, and the only difference will be on your vehicle. If it's newer or different engine, you just have to locate the low pressure charging port. You will have two ports, the low pressure and the high pressure. The high pressure port is a bit bigger compared to this one. I'm gonna show you here. Okay, and AC recharge hose will only fit on a low pressure charging port, so you can't even make a mistake. Now before I start explaining everything and showing you how to recharge the AC, I want to say I will always recommend doing this in a professional shop, just because they have all the right equipment. They can connect to both low pressure and high pressure ports, and they can evacuate the system before charging. If you are doing it using this small kit, all you can do is connect to the low pressure port and add refrigerant to the system. You can buy these AC recharge kits at pretty much any car parts store, online. I've even seen it in the grocery stores last summer, so it's very easily accessible and the price is around $50. But once you buy it, you can always reuse this hose as many times as you wish. So for each new recharge you just have to buy these cans, which are around $5–6 each. Also on your vehicle there will be a sticker which is showing how much is the full charge of the refrigerant, so R134A, and the full charge is 22 Oz or 0.64 kilograms. Now I will show you on these cans, so equivalent to 454 grams of R134A. So if the total capacity is 0.64 and my can is 0.45, that means if the system is completely empty, I will have to use one can and maybe a quarter of the next can to fully charge the system. If the system is not completely empty, then you will maybe have to add just half a can. You always have to make sure not to overcharge the system. That's why you have to keep monitoring the gauge while you are charging it. You don't want to get into the red, because then you are risking damaging your AC compressor, so you don't want to be. So ideal is like between 50 and 70. Okay, so how this will actually work: you will connect the can to one side of the hose, and then you will connect the other side of the hose to the low pressure charging port. Then you will pierce the can, and then you will start the vehicle and start charging the air conditioner. Okay, so to start, screw the can onto this side of the hose. Okay, I'm trying to work with one hand. Okay, and once that is done, do not pierce the can yet, because you want to connect the low pressure port. Okay, sorry, I just switched to a different hose because I just remembered that the one I was showing you is actually very old and it's leaking, so that's why I got a different one. It's pretty much the same, so you want to be in the blue area. So to connect the low pressure port, you just want to remove the cap, then you want to leave this sleeve up and pretty much connect it. Okay, just like that. And now once that is done, you want to pierce the can by turning the knob all the way in. And now everything is ready for charging. Okay, now you want to start the vehicle. You want to make sure the AC is turned on. You want to set the air circulation inside the cabin. Actually, you can engage the maximum AC. You want to turn the fan speed to the highest setting, and now you want to proceed outside and start charging the system. Okay, the engine is quite loud, so I hope you'll be able to hear me. So what you want to do, you want to turn the can upside down and slowly start releasing this knob, and that will charge the system. Just take your time, this doesn't have to be done fast, and always keep monitoring the gauge. When I may be halfway done, I like to take a break, proceed inside the vehicle and see if I can feel a difference. Okay, so just try to feel if there is any difference in the air being blown. In my case, I can definitely feel it's much colder. I will still have to add a bit more because my gauge is showing halfway full, but this is also how you can check if this is working out for you. But always keep monitoring the gauge so you don't overcharge it. So now just keep charging it until the gauge is showing the right amount of refrigerant. In my case, the system was completely empty and I will have to use the full can. Okay, and this is how you do it. I will also show you my gauge after I emptied one can, so it's just under this blue area. Like I said, mine was completely empty, so I will add just a bit more from a new can just to get me like closer to the 50, and that will be good enough because even right now I can feel the AC working quite nice. Okay, once done, you can turn off the engine and disconnect everything. Now, if there is still refrigerant left in the can, you want to make sure to turn this knob all the way in, and that way you can save this refrigerant and reuse it on the next car, next year, or whatever you want. And once you do that, you can safely disconnect everything. Okay, and don't forget to put the cap back onto the low pressure port, and that's how you do it. Okay, now in case you'll have to connect one more can, you just repeat the process from the beginning of this video. So first disconnect everything, then connect a new can onto this side, connect the low pressure charging port, then pierce the can by turning the knob all the way in, start the vehicle and start charging the system. That's it. Once you get the hang of this, it will take you literally 2 minutes to add refrigerant into your system. All of this will work in case there is no leaks in the system and if AC compressor is working. If you have a leak or problems with the compressor, unfortunately we'll have to take the vehicle to a shop to diagnose what's happening. They can use a special dye to see where the leak is coming from, or to test the compressor. In case of a small leak, you can try using something like this. It's called stop leak, and you can charge the system using this. Now, as it says here, helps to seal and condition O-rings and minor AC system leaks. Now this is something you can try using in case there is a small leak, and that should seal it and give you cold AC at least during the summer. But eventually, if that leaks get bigger, you will have to fix it. Okay, thank you for watching this video. I hope it was helpful and educational. If it was, please like it and consider subscribing to my YouTube automotive channel. On my channel there is lots of how-to videos, do-it-yourself videos, car reviews, product reviews and other similar automotive topics.